and welcome back. High blood pressure is also known as hypertension, and it is a common health condition. It increases your risk of developing serious health problems, including heart attacks and stroke. It is known as a silent killer because most people do develop high blood pressure without even knowing. As a general guide, a high blood pressure reading is 140/90 millimeters mercury or higher. In the next few minutes, we are going to explore 7 effective and scientifically backed ways that you can reduce your high blood pressure without taking drugs. These are simple lifestyle adjustments and techniques that you can carry out to lower your high blood pressure naturally at home and immediately. So the first one is to cut out caffeine-containing drinks. Do you know that caffeine can cause spikes in your high blood pressure for short periods? Limit your intake of caffeine-containing beverages, including tea, coffee, colas, energy drinks, and chocolate. This will help prevent the spikes in your high blood pressure, especially if you take caffeine in high quantities. You want to wean yourself off slowly because you don't want to experience side effects such as headaches. Now, the second way to reduce your high blood pressure without taking drugs is to reduce your salt intake. Excess salt intake can lead to high blood pressure and can increase your risk of developing heart attacks and stroke. The recommended amount of salt for an adult in a day is 6 grams, which is a level teaspoon. Unfortunately, we consume most of our salt from everyday meals that we take, like our breakfast cereal, ready-made meals, and bread. One simple way of reducing your salt intake is to avoid adding salt to your meals. Rather, make use of spices such as bay leaf, rosemary, cloves, turmeric, curry, black pepper, white pepper, chilies, and so on. Apart from adding flavor and aroma to your meals, these spices do have health benefits as well. Number 3, have enough sleep, because sleep deprivation can cause a rise in blood pressure. Both short sleep duration and poor sleep quality can cause a rise in blood pressure. Prioritizing sleep hygiene and getting sufficient sleep are both crucial for maintaining a healthy blood pressure. During sleep, your blood pressure drops by 10 to 20%, which helps your heart recover from the strain of the day. If you don't get enough sleep or your sleep is interrupted a lot, it means that you don't get this drop in blood pressure, and that puts a strain on your heart and increases your risk of heart attacks and stroke. Experts recommend an average of 7 to 8 hours sleep per night, and one way of getting this is to avoid napping during the day. Also, practice good sleep hygiene. I have a full video on how to get a good night's sleep, and I'm going to leave the link in the description box below, so do check it out. Another way of reducing your blood pressure without taking drugs is to maintain a healthy weight. As your weight increases, your blood pressure also increases. So maintaining a good weight is very important for maintaining a healthy blood pressure. Being overweight puts a strain on your heart and increases your blood pressure. There's been studies to show that your blood pressure drops by 1 millimeter mercury for each 1 kilogram or 2.2 pounds of weight loss. The general rule is to move more and eat healthy. Number 5, monitor your blood pressure at home and get regular checkups. Do you have a blood pressure monitor at home? If not, it's time to get yourself one. You can purchase one online from Amazon or walk into your community pharmacy and purchase yourself one. When you have a blood pressure monitor, it allows you to check your blood pressure regularly, and it helps you keep an eye on your blood pressure. Also, if you've already been diagnosed with high blood pressure, it's worth having one because it helps you know if the medication that you're taking is working. Number 6, reduce stress. Long-term or chronic emotional stress may increase blood pressure. One thing about stress is to identify the triggers. Is it work? Is it your finances? Is it the loss of a loved one? Are you overwhelmed with so many things around you? There are ways of going around these once you identify the trigger. You know, every trigger might call for a different approach. So identifying the trigger is 50% of the battle won. Once you identify the trigger, then you would be able to find a solution to whatever is causing the stress. There are ways to go around stress. Sometimes you might need to speak to somebody. Sometimes it calls for prioritizing, especially if it's work. If it's your finances, then why don't you speak to a loved one? Or prioritize your needs alone and leave all the wants till later. Could it be that as the loss of a loved one, you can visit a counselor or speak to someone for support? That is someone you can trust. Sometimes exercising can also help because exercising can help you release a hormone that makes you feel good about yourself. Meditation and yoga are also ways of calming the body down, and all these do help with managing stress. And number 7 way of reducing high blood pressure without taking drugs is limit alcohol intake. Drinking too much alcohol can raise your blood pressure by several points. It can even reduce the effectiveness of medications that you are taking for high blood pressure. It's all about drinking in moderation. If you're finding it difficult to reduce the amount of alcohol that you consume, then it's worth speaking to your healthcare provider. These tips, including maintaining a healthy weight, reducing your caffeine intake, avoiding excessive consumption of alcohol, monitoring your blood pressure at home, and reducing your salt intake requires you being consistent and persistent. Once you do this, you would maintain a healthy blood pressure all the time. I hope this video is helpful. Please give this video a thumbs up. Share with your family and friends. And if you haven't yet subscribed to this channel, please hit on the subscribe button and also on the notification bell so you don't miss any of my interesting videos. Thank you once again for your time today, and I hope to see you soon in my next video. Bye for now.